man.
Saturday goes by, another shitty premium live event.
Yeah.
What I was meant to do. Oh yeah.
What's up, everybody? And it's your boy Chaos, and welcome to a new episode of Take It to the Table, hosted by Wrestling Republic. I am joined by none other than the regular guest on the show, which is Soul. Welcome to the show, Soul. How you doing?
Tired. Need a drink. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm sure it has got nothing to do with the great pay-per-view we've just seen, which is, of course, the Elimination Chamber, I assume.
Where do you want to start?
So yeah, obviously we're going to be talking about the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Sorry, premium live event. That's
get it right, man. Get it right.
I'm trying. Look,
even in your vocabulary since the 2000s, but we've got to age with the times.
Even though Michael Cole openly said pay-per-view on the show a couple times as well.
You know, Vince was shouting down his ear like,
"Oh, he must have got
a premium live event."
I'm pretty sure there was a couple times where like it was just Corey Graves talking for the most part for about 5 minutes while Michael Cole was getting berated off mic. So that was
underneath his desk. Like, I'm sorry, Papa Vince. I'm sorry. Don't cut me like you cut the Spanish announce table. I'm good.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I want to know what happened back there, backstage and that. But yeah, but like I said, yeah, we're gonna be talking about the Elimination Chamber premium live event, what went down, of course, the winners, the losers, the outcomes, of course, give our individual takes on each match, and of course, give an overall rating of the premium live event. But yeah, of course, before we get into that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe onto the channel. It goes a long way, so you be obviously notified of all the times that we're gonna go live or upload a new video. But yeah, without further ado, let's take it to the table. Right. So overall, just from the get-go, what's the first word that comes to mind when after seeing Elimination Chamber for you, Soul?
I think you know the word. It's fucking lame.
No, you gotta do it right. The correct way of doing it is
not cool, totally lame.
Trust me, you're gonna be seeing that a lot. In case you didn't see that, this is what we thought of the premium live event.
Not cool, totally lame.
Yeah, it's something. One word that one of my friends said of this show was basically it's definitely missable, very predictable. Nothing extravagant came out, even though we didn't expect it to. But I think because of how good Crown Jewel was, we thought that some little twists and turns. Even though there's been talk about there was rumors going on that WWE promised twists and turns for this show today, but yeah, I didn't think I got that impression at all.
They seem more fucking concerned about the pretty fireworks show outside the stadium that no one actually.
Oh my god! All that money, this is what they would do.
All that Saudi blood money.
Of course, yes, yeah. This is what they were saving back for, man. They do not wait around, or they don't waste time. It was crazy.
Now you got to think who puts more money into their firework budget, WWE or Disney?
That's a good question. That's definitely a good question.
Why do you do that though? Why do a fireworks show in a closed stadium that no one's going to see the outside shit of?
I know. It's so jarring. Like I bet
it was planned. Like, yeah, this is gonna look amazing, and then they go to the stadium. It's like, oh, it's a closed shell, guys. We're not gonna stay outside. Like, fuck.
Hey, it's irritating. I don't know why they do that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it as well at the Dallas stadium, because I've been to that one and that one's closed as well. So that you're still gonna you're just gonna hear a lot of bangs outside, but you ain't gonna see shit unless you just watch it on the big LED screen. But yeah, they did not hold back.
Yeah, that's what you pay your 500 quid ticket for, to see an LED screen of a pretty fireworks show.
Oh yeah. That was that was definitely fun. There was even times where they actually put like sing-alongs for you to do, like little chants. I remember there was it was on this big LED screen, and I think the New Day was on there. I think the host one day, and then that year, and there was like listening like, everyone please say New Day rocks or something like that on the screen. It was very not plagiarizing. What's the word I'm looking for? Because it's just they were just like as if we don't have any brains, we need help.
All right, kids. Now we are going
pandering.
To play the alphabet with WWE. A is for Apex Predator. B is for Blue Title. C is for Crap Product.
Yeah. We're going off on a tangent. All in all, we obviously that's it. Yeah, Matthew said WrestleMania 33. Yep, that was the one I was at. At Dallas, and The Rock came out with a big ass flamethrower and lighting his name on fire. Like, we needed to see that.
Yeah, of course,
So that makes sense. But yeah, like I said, Elimination Chamber, all from the get go, it was nothing to really write home about. But of course, for you guys, we're still going to dissect each match, what we thought of it. And of course, we'll be reading off the comments as well of whoever's watching, and obviously dive into that as well. So yeah, let's I'll be honest, I did not see the pre-show. I didn't even realize there was a match on there. It was actually the Rey Mysterio versus The Miz. I did not watch it, nor do I care for it.
No.
So yeah, let's slowly move on, shall we?
Proceed with the festivities, good sir.
Of course.
And
so
my
the first
drink's nearly empty, for fuck's sake. This is
Jesus
good.
Christ, he did not waste time. It's done before the pre-show is done. Fair enough. So yeah, let's just get started, shall we? So the first match was, of course, the Goldberg versus Roman Reigns match, 2 years in the making. It was the WrestleMania match that never happened, and to be honest, I would have been happy if it still never happened.
Exactly.
So yeah, this was the opener of the night. And what was your thoughts when you saw this match?
Didn't care for it. Just wanted to end.
Did you feel like it went like so? Yeah, it definitely. I felt the same as well. It's just crazy how to think that we could have gotten this match back then, and we probably would have no one asked for it back then either. I think people were rolling their eyes at the time.
Did anyone really care? Did anyone actually had this on the Christmas list? Like, yeah, this is the match I want to see. This is the one I want off my bucket list. Who gives a shit?
There's only one reason to do it.
I honestly thought this was going to be like a Goldberg WCW match where Reigns was just going to spear him once and then that was it. Game over. Happy paycheck.
Even though, to be fair, there were a couple times where I was worried, like, oh my god, like, because not to say that he was like Goldberg was pure offense, but Reigns obviously got a couple of hits in, but when Goldberg hits the spear and he was trying to go for the jackhammer, I was just like, oh my god, they're gonna Bray Wyatt him, they're gonna give him the Fiend treatment, because the warning signs were there at the beginning when Reigns comes out first. Usually the champion comes out last, but Reigns came out first, Goldberg came out, and the pop was crazy. It just cements how over he is over there. And because of that, I thought they were going to lean into the fact that he was going to win. But he's recently got his win in Saudi against Bobby Lashley, so I thought maybe that's why they said, okay, maybe he doesn't have to win here. But there was a moment where I was worried that they were going to keel over and give it to Goldberg, and I was really worried.
Yeah, because that's definitely what we need. We need Goldberg as champ again.
Well, we might have got another Lesnar versus Goldberg match, so the last two wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad.
I'll tell you what, I was actually kind of surprised that with the finish, with how Reigns counter the jackhammer attempt, and it was like guillotine. I was like, that was it. Bing bang boom.
Yeah. I think when I'm thinking about the history, I think so far Goldberg has only been pinned once, maybe in Saudi, and that was with the Undertaker with that great match as well.
Yes, that 5-star classic.
Yeah, exactly. 5-star classic. Dave Meltzer, first 5 stars. But But yeah, with this one, I just felt I think he didn't want to be shown as weak, I guess. So he went for the choke. Because I know that Goldberg has a hell of an ego.
Yeah,
and
that doesn't work for me, brother. I ain't gonna put you over.
Yeah. So I think he only went for the pin or got pinned because it was the Undertaker. You don't say no to the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And even though I'm pretty sure he doesn't even remember with that match, but yeah, with this one, I think he just you can win, but you can only tap me out. So, but obviously, he was lifeless. So yeah, this one went a bit longer than I wanted it to. I was worried at certain points, but the right person won. That's all we need to know. Reigns was still retained and is still your Universal Champion. So,
do you think his reign should come to an end soon? Do you think it's getting boring?
I don't want it to come soon. I don't want it to end. I just don't want it to end by a part-timer. It's not getting boring for me. I'm loving it. You know, this is where the thing is. This is where they wanted him to be for years, and they got him there, and they want to ride this down to the wheels fall off. I don't think it's to the point where it's boring. Not yet. There's still potential people that could overtake him. I just don't want it to be taken away from him by a fucking part-timer, because that is just it doesn't make sense. We're over this part-time shit, and I'm worried this is where it's going down. So yeah,
we'll wait and see. You never know what WWE you're gonna do.
Indeed. Matthew says, no point in watching it, if I'm honest. It was just average. Oh, you're talking about the pay-per-view as a whole. Oh yeah, definitely a missable pay-per-view. He goes on to say, when Goldberg hit the first spear, I thought he was about to win. Yeah, exactly, 100%. But thankfully he didn't.
Who knows, Chaos? Maybe Reigns will keep the belt for like another 10 years, and Goldberg's son Gage will come up and beat him.
That's long-term storytelling. That's long-term right there. That's heat right there, definitely. In the words of Bubba Ray, that's
Gage
heat.
Goldberg is your new Universal Champion.
Also, by the way, guys, I'm eating, by the way, at the same time, so I hope you understand. It's been a long day.
He needs to replace the nourishment he lost while watching this pay-per-view.
Exactly. So yeah, so that happened. So yeah, Reigns retained. Moving on, next was even though it was kind of confusing because before the next match happened, they were playing a promo package of the Elimination Chamber, and they showed it was going to be the men's, and they just obviously detailing how brutal it is and everything. Mm-hmm. And then next up, they said that this is actually going to be the women's Elimination Chamber. So that was kind of confusing.
Can we take it a point just to look at all like their outfits and how completely different they were when they came out? They were in the jumpsuits.
Yeah, it's again,
Chaos,
this is more controversial.
What do the Saudis hate? What do the Saudis hate more than anything else?
Skin.
Correct.
Unless you're a man. And with even more eyebrows, that's another discussion. But yeah, this was really weird, and they weren't fully their full gimmicks. I felt. I remember when they first came out, when it was the first ever match. I think it was Lacey Evans versus Natalya, and back then it was like default characters. Like there was no gimmicks. It was just someone you just do a quick preset on 2K. It was really weird. Now they're slowly trying to bring in the gimmicks that they have. But this one, I don't think they fully could go all the way out. But yeah, the outfits, especially dewdrops, and obviously Bianca Belair can get away with it because that's kind of her get up.
I felt like hers was the best. Her and Nikki SAF were the best.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're normally fully clothed in it, so there was nothing really to hide. But the obvious ones were obviously
Ripley.
Sorry?
I think Ripley's and Bliss.
Ripley's one was big. Yeah, her one, dewdrops up definitely. Alexa Bliss, that's another thing as well. So it looks, what is going on with Alexa Bliss?
She's still the Fiend, but gender swapped.
So she basically lied to the therapist saying, "Yeah, I'm cured. I'm this," and then she still came out literally. It was like a half and half pizza. It was really weird. Like it's either you are, you want, or you aren't. She was she had this swing, and in her pod.
She didn't hit the Sister Abigail because of copyright infringement.
Yeah, it was. Even though it looked like, I don't know what it was. It looked like she wanted to do it, but she was busy talking. And then
it's always
just
that just WWE deleted the DLC pack with the move in it, so they couldn't hit it. File not found.
Basically. So, well, we jumping ahead. So obviously, I think the first two people were Doudrop and Liv. I think they first started. Then Nikki came out next.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Rhea. Then she got her own back on Nikki ASH. She beat the hell out of her.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was out. Then it was Alexa Bliss that came out. No, it was Bianca Belair that came out next.
Mm-hmm.
Back and forth. Then it was of course Alexa Bliss. Nothing really again to write home about. It was by the numbers. Essentially Bianca Belair obviously wins, and she's obviously predictably punches her ticket back to WrestleMania into the main event 2 years in a row back to back. How did you feel about the winner?
Does it?
Sorry?
It doesn't feel. I would have wanted Rhea to win.
It definitely doesn't feel special. Yeah, I don't know why. It's hard to explain it. It definitely doesn't feel special. I think it's just the way the build was and how they just kind of just threw these people together. And there hasn't really been that much interaction or meaningful interaction between Bianca and Becky. So yeah, it just feels like she was just been given this random ticket to go to Mania. And it's not as special as it was with the Rumble. And that's what takes. I think that's why people don't really care for. Or I didn't really care for it as such. But I guess the right person won. Who else was going to be a worthy contender? What, Liv?
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea? Yeah, Rhea's been done dirty for the past year. I'm sorry, but she has been done dirty for the past year. I'm hoping things change for her. Because they're saying they need top stars, and you kind of taking the rug from out of them numerous times. Hoping this ASA thing is done now. I'm over it. She got her own back. It's done. But yeah, it's pretty much out there right now.
What do you do with Nikki ASH? What do you change her gimmick? Do you keep her the same? Do you just have her be a jobber for the women's division? What do you do with her?
If you still
she can be great. She can be good.
Yeah,
but this ain't it.
I just don't think. I don't know why they had to change the gimmick she had before. The NXT Nikki Cross was beautiful. That was great. She loved it. And then they diluted it, saying that she wasn't crazy when she went to the main roster, and she was just wacky, that didn't work. And then they had this random shit with Alexa Bliss, which I didn't really like. Didn't really pay off either. They didn't really face each other, did they?
No,
they just went in separate ways. And then that was it. So yeah, if they still do the superhero gimmick, I think just get rid of the colors, make her go all black and gold. I'm cool with that. If she's meant to be heel,
It would be like Batman doing vignettes up in the rafters, like, this is my city, this is my the city's blood boiling. It's chaos.
I can't take it seriously with that accent. It's too
our
thick.
accent. Sorry, chaos. We can't be superheroes.
No.
Oh, boo, boo, fucking racist, boo, boo, fucking lame.
I mean, I love it, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just, I just can't take it seriously with the accent. If she tries to go with the Batman shit, I'd like just keep the talking to a minimum and just wreck people in the heelish way. That's what I'm saying. Do the Batman stuff. Just don't talk. That's what I'm saying.
Hear that, guys. Chaos says Scottish people shouldn't talk. We should just shut our fucking mouth.
Oh my god, this is guy. Let me just. So Matthew says in the comments, the order they came out was weird. The fact that Alexa came out last and went into the last pod whilst the other two were just standing there. Yes, that was odd. Why did they have because at first I thought, is something wrong with Alexa? Because these two were just standing in the ring when the entrances was happening, but they let Alexa come out last and just fucking go into the last pod. So it was really weird.
I think it's because the timing for this match was just, it seems like it was cut short. Like there was a lot more planned, but then they just said, fuck it, cut this. Because obviously like the Saudis have got like a 3-hour time limit. Like that has to be done at 3 hours or it's
right.
There was some shit going on about that. I don't know why it is. Maybe it's because of strict timing laws or whatever, but
well, that kind of explains one match that happened later on, which we'll get into. So yeah, that was all weird. I don't really understand that. So Matthew also says send Nikki to NXT 2.0 in exchange for Dakota Kai. The main roster doesn't deserve Dakota Kai. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What's gonna happen? She's gonna be like that Jia Ling, who came to SmackDown, who's had one vignette, one match, and that's it, and then disappeared.
Comes down, randomly saves. Wait, she saved Tony Storm one time, wasn't it? And then that died. And then yeah, that's it.
Back to catering with you. Back to catering.
She had all these crazy vignettes constantly, and then she gets treated like Veer and just disappears. Yeah, that's really sad. Yeah, no, they don't deserve Dakota Kai. I'm sorry, main roster does not deserve him. But yeah, Nikki back to 2.0. I mean, her gimmick does fit there because they have thick gimmicks there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, but
Nikki the superhero go against the anti-SJW guy, Joe Gacy. That's the one.
That would be something. That would be something. But yeah, regarding the Elimination Chamber match, do you think the right person won, even though it was a snooze fest?
I mean, honestly, I would have preferred Rhea just because I think Rhea is probably the best one out there to get a big Mania thing. Me personally,
fair play.
But like out of all the women Elimination Chambers we've had, this is probably the weakest one.
110%. Yeah, 110%. Yeah, so regarding the match, the Wrestling Republic actually rated it. They rated it 3 stars, 3 out of 5.
Generous.
So yeah, that's very, very generous. Generous. I'll probably give that a 2 in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with there too. Seems fair.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened. So the next match was, of course, the tag team match, female tag team match, which was Naomi and Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte, Flair, and Sonia Deville, with the caveat of Ronda Rousey will have to fight with one arm tied behind her back. Now, this match I couldn't give a fuck about, I'll be honest. And the way the match played out was the reason I couldn't give a fuck about it. So Ronda just randomly decided to come out in her gi outfit that she wore as she won her bronze or gold medal in the Olympics.
To be fair though, like a positive, that's a nice way to get around like the Saudi clothing situation, like something from her past. I'll give her that. That was actually pretty creative.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, when you put it that way, yeah.
Like a wee half point. Not even a half point, maybe a quarter point. That's a wee quarter point. Everything else fucking sucked.
Quarter point, you know. Matthew says I was about to ask who won this match again, even though I watched it. Fair enough, that's what I'm saying. It is absolute. So this was to me an absolute snooze fest. I was literally on my phone for the most part. I was actually putting together the thumbnail for this show whilst this match was on, and then the match just pretty much ended. And yeah, I mean, I could care less about this feud. As much as it's great to see Sonya Deville back in, she's wrestling and whatnot.
I was honestly surprised she was allowed to wrestle in Saudi.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh shit!
How the fuck that happened? I mean, whoo.
Oh, I just realized, Raw. Okay. They probably don't know.
How the fuck is that not celebrated? Isn't that that's not like a really big...
They probably don't even know.
I bet Vince just forgot. Vince like,
either Vince forgot or Saudi did not play. They did not. They probably don't even know who Sonya Deville is. Yeah. I just realized that shit. Okay. Well, that was yeah. They swept that under the rug because if they actually knew, she would have got pelted with stones. Somehow stones were found in around the arena and they would have pelted her. But yeah,
just some guy going around the stadium. Rocks, get your rocks here.
Get your free rocks here. Free rocks. Free rocks. So yeah, this match happened. So her arm was obviously Ronda's arm was tied behind her back, even though it kind of wasn't. It really felt like it was like by her side, near to her front. It's very like very rare to actually get the arm tied behind their back stick right, like it actually stays there.
I think it's stupid. Why would anyone agree to that?
Fuck no.
Yeah,
fuck
I'm in a blood feud with you, and I trust you. But yeah, of course, I'm going to put my arm behind my back, and I trust you. Oh, you were not. You were lying. Oh, you dirty, dirty heel. How could you do me so dirty?
It's absolutely irritating.
Do you think the crowd is soured on? Do you think Ronda's just shit now? Like,
I feel like she doesn't care anymore. 100% that the match felt like she was phoning it in. Yeah, the passion for it is got like she still holds a grudge from the fact that the fans turned on her the first run, and didn't really appreciate her near the end. Even though apparently there's talk that WWE has actually spoken to her to stop being bitter, and she slowly came around to it to be be more happy and be meant to be the face, so act like it. But especially in this crowd, like I don't know, maybe she has a grudge against them or still against the fans. Either way, it felt very phoned in, even though promos feel phoned in now. So yeah, I don't think
they should just get that lassie who beat her in UFC, Amanda Moons, and let's have a rematch of that.
Oh god, no, she does that will haunt her. She will get she's scarred for life from that. That and Holly Holm. She doesn't want none of either her or Holly Holm. Hell no. Especially Holly Holm. Flipping hell, man. The kick that was heard around the world.
Vince loves rematches. Come on. Let's do it.
Nah. Never that. But yeah, even though her Ronda Rousey's arm was tied behind her back, she still was able to put in the armbar and made Sonia Deville submit. So there's that. So yeah, all in all, that was another meh match. Wrestling Republic actually rated that 1.75 out of 5. Even a full 2 stars they couldn't even get.
Worst match of the year, I wonder. So far,
I wouldn't say worst match. It's a candidate. It's definitely a candidate. I don't think is there been a worst match so far? I can't think of it. I don't think nothing stands out as much. I don't think.
No.
Probably the Rumble. Yeah. The Rumble is definitely a strong candidate for worst match. 100%. That's a good shout. Yeah. That's another thing as well. I might have to do some year-end awards by the end of the year. That'll be very fun.
Get my suit pressed.
Yeah. So that match happened. Ronda and Naomi won. So the next match was, of course, the next match on the show, Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this one was more interesting than what I anticipated it to be.
Agreed.
Couple scary bumps. Did you see that bump that Madcap Moss took?
Tam's neck's like titanium.
Jesus. That was scary as hell, and he still went on 100% afterwards. But
it's Saudi, man. There's something haunted about that place, man. So many fucking injuries happen there.
Yeah, 100%. But I don't know whose fault. Whose fault was that? Like, was it both? I don't know.
It's hard to tell with that sort of thing because it seems like maybe Drew didn't put enough power in the throw, or Madcap didn't, flip enough, or it's hard to say.
Yeah, because it looked like he was trying to go for a sunset flip, or he wasn't sure if he was meant to do an electric chair or something. It was really some miscommunication, severe, nearly costly miscommunication. Because them things, they're not like bouncy castles. There is like, I've landed one of those, little give, and a guy of that kind of mass with that kind of stuff on it, like that kind of weight on his neck. It's scary, very, very scary.
God damn.
Well, he pulled through. He did all right. Still, it was back and forth, hard hitting. I forgot that because it was the false count anywhere. It was a no DQ match, so obviously Baron Corbin tried to
Yeah, I forgot that as well. I saw Baron Corbin jump, and I was like, "Hold the fuck on, DQ! What the fuck is this shit?" And it's like, "Oh,
yeah,
fuck, I'm forgetting."
But of course, even though it was a handicap match, they still couldn't get the job done. I think was it? Drew had Angela. He was trying to swing for Happy Corbin. He ducked, ran out of the ring. And then whilst holding the big sword in his hand, instead of actually plunging it through Madcap Moss's stomach or head or anything, he'd rather do the Claymore kick with the sword in his hand, and then go for the pin 1, 2, 3. I mean, you could have easily just decapitated him right there and then, but he chose not to. So that happened. But Drew McIntyre won.
Yeah, I'm glad Drew won, but just think this means we're getting Drew and Corbin at Mania.
More than likely. It's another mid-card match for Drew McIntyre in one of the top 4 matches, because he had against Jinder at SummerSlam. Didn't do anything. He was barely in the Rumble. So yeah, another mid-card feud. With hopes possibly of him facing Roman Reigns there down the line, but
fucking boring.
So yeah, so there's that. So Matthew says, now imagine if there was a botch there and the sword hit Corbin. I mean, they're in Saudi. It won't be any surprise.
The fucking prince stands up like, Vince, your show, it's really, really relatable.
I did not say that. I do not condone. You know what?
We here at Take It to the Table and Wrestling Public do not condone beheading.
Yo, but WWE does. No, so what? No, I don't know if you remember. Probably don't. You know, but it was one promo.
Was this the Stephanie line?
No, it was Baron Corbin. He was backstage at a Saudi match, Saudi event, and this was shortly after when that big assassination thing happened with that missing reporter, and there was talks about WWE pulling out. They obviously the event still happened, and then there was a promo backstage with Corbin, and he said, I can't remember who he was feuding with. I think it may have been Reigns, and it was just like, if anyone interferes with this match, heads are gonna roll, and I was just like, that's a bit too soon, don't you think? I was like, did you not read the news, bro? I'm just like, okay, we're going to the next match. Okay, cool.
For God's sake. I bet Drew didn't even get that sword through customs. He just bought it as the gift shop or some shit like that.
Probably. So it was just hilarious. But yeah, of course, Drew McIntyre won that match, and that happened. Another match that happened that no one cares about.
Yeah.
So next up was, of course, the Raw Women's Championship match between Becky Lynch and Lita. I forgot to actually say, the rating that Wrestling Republic actually put for the McIntyre and Moss match was 2.75 stars.
I would agree with that.
You would agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Chaos is like, nah, 2.5. 1 is 1. It's shit. It's shit.
No, a solid 2 at least. A solid 2, I would say. But yeah, moving on. Like I said, yeah, it was the Raw Women's Title match between Becky Lynch and Lita. This one was okay. It was not bad. Lita still has it. Decent back and forth. I didn't think that Lita was going to win. But yeah, it was all right. What did you think about this match?
I thought the match was solid in itself. It
was fine.
A good match. But I feel like ever since Becky came back at SummerSlam, she's just been like half of her usual self, like a diet version. Like she's not got that same impact as before.
Is it because she's a heel?
I don't know. It's just
something's missing.
Something's missing. I couldn't really give 2 shits about it.
Yeah.
I kind of don't see her as a top star now.
Yeah.
It's not the same as like the last kicker and the man sort of that stuff. And now it's like big time Bex. And it's like it's trying too hard. It's just cringy.
I solely put it down. I solely pull it down to the fact that they put her a heel, because when they said that when the dirt sheet said that she's gonna be moving to SmackDown and she's going to be a heel, it just didn't make sense. And it does feel like it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you come back? It doesn't feel natural. You know, you've been gone for so long. You know, people have missed you. You've been a mom. You've been a mom. You are a mom.
Mm-hmm.
All this stuff. You know, you're riding on a high. So it was a really weird decision to make her be a heel. It's very similar to when they tried to make her a heel when she slapped Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
And it still did work. She was over as hell. So they just eventually went back to her being a face. But now they're just being stubborn. And we're just not buying them. So yeah, this whole big Tex thing, this fake Conor McGregor shit, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. It does some in a weird way. It does feel like you're right. Like you just feel that it's a diet version, it's watered down version of what we've come to know and love.
I'll tell you a woman who's doing really well in WWE that I never thought would. Mandy Rose has been doing really good stuff in NXT 2.0.
Mandy Rose is bae. Oh my god, yes.
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
Oh man, yeah, Mandy Rose. Yes. That's all I can say. Yes.
Can I get an amen?
Amen. A shamla. Yes. And yeah, the stable that she has, that's basically the females undisputed era. I love it. Freaking love it. Yeah, keep her there, build her her experience up that way and everything like that. And I think that gimmick can still work good in the main roster, and they won't fuck it up. I think I think it would definitely work. It would take a lot to fuck that up, 110%. But yeah, 100%. She's quite currently definitely the best female superstar there. 100%, I agree. What about this match, dude? Were you fine with the outcome? Did you think that Lita was possibly going to win?
I wouldn't have mind Lita winning, but I knew yeah, she wasn't winning.
Makes sense, because obviously you can't have two faces facing each other at WrestleMania, because Bianca won earlier. And then yeah, so it just made sense. And Bianca's she's long overdue her vengeance, her revenge, I should say, against Becky anyway. So,
which is fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah, if the story was better.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Unless they actually screw her over and do a. Is it Shayna Baszler? Yeah, Shayna Baszler last year, wasn't it?
Where the fuck is she?
Where is she? She's lost in SmackDown.
I didn't even know she was on SmackDown.
They changed their theme music and then left her in the side. That was it.
Don't we usually get releases around this time as well, before Mania, or is it after Mania?
No, it's after, like April time. April, May time, yeah.
Time to play bingo for the releases and who sees gonna go and go.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I agree. I wouldn't have minded seeing Lita win. But yeah, the writing was on the wall for Becky to win. So at least Lita got her big payday. You know, she got paid.
Yeah, that's what matters. And she got to do something in Saudi, which is not something every woman can say they've done.
Exactly. Yeah, she was on the banner and everything. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, that happened. Next match was, of course,
match. Don't even insult the term match with this shite.
No, that was a great match. So basically, for everyone that didn't watch this incredible match, so obviously the Viking Raiders came out. I forgot about this match. I didn't realize it was going to be put as the co-main. So the Viking Raiders came out. They were basically doing the entrance, and then of course the Usos, being the Usos, went and attacked the Viking Raiders from behind, just beating the crap out of them. So obviously I thought you were obviously going to, weaken them, to get them weak so they can take advantage for when the match starts in the ring. Then of course, they said they weren't done yet. So they basically got, I think it was Ivar, suplexed him onto Eric outside of the ring. More referees came down. I thought they were going to separate them, get some order around here. You go into your corner, they go into theirs, get the match started. And then they obviously started posing, doing their ones, and then it faced the black. Next match.
The tag division is such a fucking joke, isn't it?
So yeah, that happened. So yeah.
Not cool. Totally lame.
That was a great Yeah, 5-star. Just a match that never happened or never even got to start.
Stupendous. Saved my time.
Stupendous. Yes, that's all I heard throughout the whole fucking pay-per-view. Stupendous.
Dynamite. Amazing. Pat McAfee, shut the fuck up.
Not cool. Totally lame.
So, all right. So I still got to ask you, what was your thoughts of like what was going through your mind when all this unraveled?
Basically, when was the bartender going to bring my next drink? I couldn't give a shit about the tag division in WWE at all. I mean, what are we going to see now at Mania? What are we going to see? What are we going to see at Mania? New Day versus the Usos again.
More than likely. You're not far from wrong from that. I'm not even joking.
Like, who would you even take the tag teams off? Like, who would you have beat the Usos? Who?
They're beating everyone. It's probably still going to be Raiders, because that match never happened. It's probably going to be the Raiders. It has to be a face team, and they're the only face team left.
This match is even going to happen on a SmackDown, or it's going to be like a house show, or it's going to be Mania.
This is what they did with the female tag team titles. Remember when it was Tamina and Natalya? They could have easily won at Mania. Nope. Then they made them win it at a video Zoom call of the SmackDown arena. So yeah, it's gonna be a throwaway SmackDown show, 100%.
Who knows? Maybe Nicholas and Braun Strowman are gonna come back and get their tag titles back.
Oh please. Yeah, imagine so. Flipping out. So yeah, that happened. That was all in the sense of what, 2 minutes. Fade to black, little promo about, I think it was about Mania or whatever. And then of course the main event was of course the Elimination Chamber match, which consisted of Bobby Lashley as the WWE champion, Austin Theory, AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, Seth freaking Rollins, and Riddle. So before we get into this match, what was your thoughts? What was your prediction for this match?
It's kind of hard to say because, like, if I had to, like, say if, like, obviously we know what the ending was, but say if, like, obviously with Lesnar won, I'd be like, why the fuck did they even take the belt off Lesnar in the first place? And then I wanted Bobby to win because I feel like Bobby is someone who deserves it. So at the end of the day, I would have gone with Bobby or Seth because I didn't see Lesnar needing it, and Bobby should be holding it for a while because he's good.
Exactly, 100%. I don't know what is Vince's obsession for the for these the winner of this match, and of course who he's facing, which is at Reigns, and to just throw all the marbles at it. So let's just obviously dissect the match, of course. So the match started with, it was Seth Rollins and Austin Theory, and then Seth Rollins basically did a buckle bomb or a power bomb through one of the pods to Austin Theory through one of the pods, which ended up being Bobby Lashley. He got clocked so hard that he was basically carried out of the match. Bobby Lashley was carried out of the match.
Do you think that was planned? Was that planned, or do you think that was something?
No, that was definitely planned. I think this is what they did to basically, this is their way of basically protecting him. That was the only way. So I'd say, yeah. So obviously you got carried out in the match. The match was still ongoing. I think eventually Riddle came out next. Then of course AJ Styles started coming out. And then eventually the commentators actually said apparently Bobby Lashley has gone through concussion protocol, so he will not be coming back out. So there will be a new champion. So that's when I was just like, okay, I guess I felt this is their way of this is how they got pinned into a corner again, because you didn't have to put yourself through this kind of stuff. But this is the only way for them to protect Lashley because they value him so much. So there was going to be a new champion regardless. And of course, obviously, when it came to the next person to come out, it was meant to be Bobby Lashley. Obviously, no one's there. Brock Lesnar was the only last person in the pod. He said, "Fuck all that noise. broke through the pod with like one swift punch, and then he got out. That's how crazy that guy
Brock
is.
Lesnar, one punch man.
One punch. He was literally one punch man. And then he basically suplexed some people. He F5'd F5'd Seth Rollins. He was out. Instantly F5'd AJ Styles. He was out. Riddle tried to get in some offense. Didn't happen. F5. Riddle was out. And I was just like, okay, so who's left? Oh shit, Austin Theory. Could Austin Theory be the one to somehow, make his daddy proud? So he was obviously running around, in the words of JR, running around like a scolded dog around the chamber until eventually Lesnar. Oh, it was hilarious. This bit was funny though. So he ran around, caught into a pod. Lesnar didn't even pump the brakes. He just instantly just booted down the pod. Austin was bouncing all over into the pod, grabbed him, quickly suplexed him out of it. Austin tried to go for the cowardly way out, giving Lesnar a low blow. That didn't really stop him that much. He tried to get some offense in. He said, fuck this shit, I'm out. So he climbed up the pod and trying to go out through one of the chains. He almost did. I was like, where is this going?
I honestly would have liked to seen him manage, just climb down and just sprint out the arena.
And you just wonder, like, okay, so what would the outcome of the match be? It would be quite interesting.
I would just like it because if he was, I don't know if he's on Raw or not because I really don't give a shit. It's just like they tune into Raw on Monday and it's just him sprinting back from Saudi, just arrives at the arena out of breath. Like, fuck,
just covered in buckets of blood, and he's still in his attire. And he's just like in wherever city they're in. And he was just like, yeah, I'm finally made it out. That would be cool. Actually, that's a good idea. That's something they should do. That would be cool. Someone actually ran from Saudi, crossed the Atlantic, crossed the Pacific, back to the States in time for Monday Night Raw, no less. That would be cool. That'd be cool. So yeah, obviously he was trying to get out. Lesnar, obviously being Lesnar, was obviously climbing up the chamber. Caught him, bashed his head a couple times onto the pane glass or the plastic glass, or even the plexiglass, I should say.
Plexiglass.
And yeah, I thought he was just gonna just chuck him, like do a typical Shane McMahon type of overhead throw. Nope, Lesnar thought, fuck all that, you gonna die today. So he basically picked him up and actually literally, it was like something from SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, where you do stuff that you're not supposed to do. He basically F5'd Austin Theory from the top of the pod, and somehow, like, obviously Austin crashed and burned, didn't get injured, but it looked scary as hell. Loved it, fucking loved it. And obviously Austin Theory was not gonna get up for nobody. And then so obviously Brock Lesnar pins him 1, 2, 3, and is your new, once again, WWE champion.
Yay.
In the words of Cartman,
not cool, totally lame.
Now I knew I had a fear this was going to happen, but just because I had a fear of it doesn't mean I want it to happen. And what is Vince's obsession of making this, like, putting all the marbles into this match that no one really kind of wants? And yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just frustrated. What's your thoughts on this?
Because obviously now, like, the match in general, I just didn't give two shits about. I'd rather watch that mess of an Intercontinental Elimination Chamber match from back in the day.
2015, yeah.
I'd rather watch that one. Fucking hell. But now, obviously, we're getting title versus title at Mania. Are we going to get a new title design?
We must do. We're going to get an undisputed champion. But then again, see, I'm pretty sure the title, the graphic looked different. It said title versus title, and then it said champion versus champion. So, I mean, if they're going to do champion versus champion, it's going to be the first Mania in a long time where no world title is on the line, because there is a difference.
Who knows? Maybe Brock will win both and bring back the spinner belt.
Oh, for fuck.
Yeah, I like the spinner, so I ain't fucking complaining.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, the spinner belt was cool. It just looked fucking stupid on Triple H. A grown-ass man with this fucking weird toy on him. It was really weird. It works with certain people, not everybody.
Just walks up, hey, Stephanie, look at my toy.
Get out. Get out. You are not my husband. Get the fuck out. So, yeah, as much as the writing was on the wall, it really sucks that it went this way, and it just makes it, what's the point of taking the title off Lesnar in the first place, just for it to hot potato from Lashley back to Lesnar? It's really irritating. Yeah. Unless they somehow make this a triple threat, because obviously Lashley was not involved in this match. I don't know. It's very messy.
I feel like maybe we'll get Bobby versus Seth, because Bobby will blame Seth because he did the maneuver on him to knock him out, and he'll be like, "Oh, that's a blood feud." Ooh.
It's I don't know. It just stinks of the fact that we saw in the dirt sheets that they said that they had no plans for the WWE title. So the only way to make it relevant again is to put it in this big ass blockbuster match that we have. It's just, that's what it stinks of. And it shouldn't be the case. And I feel really bad for Lashley because he just recently got the fucking title. And you're not doing him any favors for him. Just, if he's meant to be this almighty person, how come he can only have it for a month, regardless if he was involved in the decision or not? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Well, all I know is that I'm happy that Cody Rhodes was not involved in this in any shape or form. Because obviously, when Lashley was of it, people were saying, "Oh, is this where Cody Rhodes is going to come in?"
Cody Rhodes comes in with his elevator entrance, here to solve racism in the Middle East.
Yeah, that would have been something. But yeah, I was not really here for it. The match was, as soon as I saw him just start cleaning house. He's so OP now, Lesnar. It's actually a joke. It's actually a joke. You know, I like this face Lesnar run, but this OPness, it's starting to get on my nerves.
I like how he was just chilling with the crowd and just like woo. It was like shit. I like this Lesnar. He's fun. He's cool.
Yeah. That kind of stuff I kind of like. Yeah, of course.
10-time world champion, Matthew, and it means
10-time. Yeah. 10-time world champ. Whatever. Absolutely whatever. All in all, I could not care less. The Wrestling Republic actually gave this match 3.25 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that?
I honestly, like, it just made AJ Styles look shit, Seth look shit, Riddle look shit.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. That's 2 times that Riddle has looked like shit. Like he gets outboxed by Shane McMahon. An MMA fighter gets outboxed by Shane McMahon. Not only was he meant to win the Rumble because of Shane's influence or whatever, some madness, he gets screwed out of that, and yeah, he gets squashed by Lesnar.
You know what? I'm gonna say right now, I want to kind of get to my final rating because I've got something I want to say.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So that happened. Nothing else happened at the end post match. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of the pay-per-view. You know, yeah, you might as well stop instead of just longing it out. Can you give us your final rating of this pay-per-view, please, Saul?
So before I watched the show, I was at this Elimination Chamber. I was looking around online, and there was another show going on by a company called PWT in Poland. And I was looking at it, and I was looking at the card, and there's some like good people on it. There was like Nick Aldis was on it, Matt Sydal was on it, Joe Hendry, he's a Scottish wrestler as well. He was on it, and Marty Scurll was on it as well. So I was like, oh, this is an interesting card, and it was free. I was like, oh, this is a free show. I could watch this. And then I realized, oh, it's the same time as Elimination Chamber. And every Elimination Chamber match was just going on and on. All I was thinking, well, I could be watching Nick Aldis right now. I could be watching Matt Sydal right now. I could be watching Joe Hendry. I could be watching Marty Scurll right now have a cool match against a guy called Krampus who looks like a fucking demon. So at the end of it, and I was like, oh, I will see if I've got enough energy to stay up and watch Impact tonight. And I really don't. So all in all, the fact that this pay-per-view, this premium live event made me miss a free show that had some cool wrestlers on it and drained me of energy to watch Impact. I'm just going to give this a fucking 0.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Oh, wow. Oh, my chest hurts.
I couldn't give 2 fucks. I will never watch this one again.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm not gonna go back and watch this. Like have an itch to what Elimination Chamber match pay-per-view could I watch? Yeah. I mean, that is tough love. Understandable tough love. What could I give it? I mean, I've seen worse pay-per-views. I've seen Stomping Grounds and now absolute dumpster fire. I mean, come on, you kidding me? Come on.
Is it worse than December to Dismember?
No, not that bad. It's not that bad. That's a you gotta do a lot to do worse than December to Dismember. It was just it's a very, very mediocre pay-per-view, if not less than mediocre. Just the simple fact that their logic into making these matches come together just did not make sense. Like Goldberg,
you could just look at the card and pretty much pick out the winners in general. There was no fault to it.
Yeah, 100%. Certain things just came together. Like obviously Goldberg coming out to just randomly demand a title match. Like it's just really just awfully coupled together, and that just makes this that just fully confirms even more now that WWE does not care about build-ups and storytelling. They only care about moments, and they don't care how you get to it. They just care about moments. So because of that, it really even takes more of the energy from these matches, and you just fall out of love from the product. So I'm just longing it out. So all in all, the rating I'll probably give it out of 10. I'll give it a 2.
Charitable. Yeah.
And that's just me being nice. But yeah, all in all, Carmen already says it best.
Not cool. Totally lame.
Absolutely. Yeah. All in all.
We don't even need to review any WWE events now. We just have that 2-second clip play and we're done.
So WrestleMania happened. What's your thoughts?
Not cool. Totally lame.
Oh, Money in the Bank happened. What's your thought, mate? What's your thought?
Not cool. Totally lame.
Oh, fair enough. But you saw The Rock and Steve Austin came out. What do you think about that segment?
Not cool. Totally lame.
Oh, but you see, Ric Flair came back and he had a live sex celebration in the ring.
Oh!
Not cool. Totally lame.
I fucking hate this company.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, Dynamite is going to be happening on this Wednesday. You going to be watching that?
Fuck yeah, of course I am. Of course, don't waste my time.
Apparently, Tony Khan has got another major announcement. Hopefully, it's nothing about involving Forbidden Doors this time.
Dude's gonna come out like high on his ass and be like, "Bro, I just thought this. We're gonna have like 6 million debuts at once, and it's like a battle royale of debuts."
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Big Swole put him on blast.
Yeah, I think what it'll be is maybe like a media deal or New Japan stuff, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be anything wrestling related. I hope. If anything, I'm actually hoping it's an announcement to come to the UK.
That would be good. I'll be having my tickets fucking ordered like stacked.
I'm doing preset. Man. I'm gonna have like 5 devices ready, because if it's on Ticketmaster, you're fucked. So like,
don't get me started on Ticketmaster. Fucking shittest thing ever created.
Oh my god, have you been to a Mania?
No.
Oh yeah, the ticket process on Ticketmaster when it comes to Mania, man, it is horrendous. Oh, I hate Ticketmaster.
I tell you what, Revolution wasn't that bad. Buying tickets for that was all right. Got it in the end.
In the end, okay, fair enough.
In the end, keyword. I expect Mania to be fucking slow, 10 times worse, and a fucking hassle.
Oh, it's terrible. Like you wait in the queue, you get to the front. Oh, we have no tickets for you. You refresh it. Oh yeah, we do have some. But and then you got like 30 seconds to decide what it's absolutely terrible. Absolute fucking bullshit. But yeah, I'm hoping that's what it is because that's long overdue. Do a Fighter Fest over here. We'll welcome that with open arms. I'm telling you that now.
We will welcome anything. Winter is coming. Anything. Come on, just give us a little thing.
Any fucking thing, definitely.
Don't roll out the red carpet. We want some good shit for once.
So Matt says people are making jokes saying it's Goldberg showing up on Dynamite as apparently he's a free agent now. I don't think he's a free agent. I swear he's got one more match left. I think.
No, I think he's done.
Is he definitely done?
I think he's done.
Fair enough.
Yeah, think about it. We're gonna get Wardlow, Hobbs, Goldberg, and Keith Lee in a ladder match.
Oh my god! Speaking of that match, that fight for the Revolution is looking to be a total meat fest right now. There's a lot of big beefy men.
That's it.
It's quite interesting.
Imagine if like I don't know, just some wee small guy gets in it for no reason. Like maybe like I don't know.
It's gonna be Dante Martin.
Nah, make it Julia Hart.
Julia somehow wins. Somehow wins it. Becomes the face of the Revolution. Yeah, 100%.
You just recreate that couch meme.
Yeah. Speaking about Wardlow, what do you think of his theme music? I hate his theme song.
I hate the start of it. I like the start of it. Yeah, I like the This Is War part, but after like it goes into like a main chorus part, I'm a bit iffy about it.
It just sounds like demonic. Like maybe it's meant to be demonic, but it's too much at the beginning. That This Is War thing, like I don't like the way it's been said. I think that's what I mean. I just don't like it being the way it's been said. But yeah, I love Wardlow though. I'm loving the push that he's getting. Finally,
I think he's gonna win it.
You think so? You know, think they're gonna give it to Keith Lee?
Nah, I think Wardlow's gonna win it. Seems appropriate.
Okay, so he probably win it, and then that's when he's gonna go for the TNT title, beat Sammy Guevara, and that's when he's gonna finally turn against MJF, probably.
Correct.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah, I can see that happening.
What do you think about the other matches announced so far? CM Punk and MJF in a dog collar match.
Yeah, I'm loving the story. I'm still here for it. I forgot there was another dog collar match before. Between Brody Lee and the late great Brody Lee and Cody Rhodes. I'm down for it. I'm loving the story here. I'm here for. I'm pretty sure CM Punk is going to win this one.
I Punk fanboy. I'm a Punk fanboy. I know that, and a part of me wants to win, but I feel like storytelling wise, maybe MJF should win.
He should win. No, he definitely should. But that's the thing. The babyface has to get their win back. It's still that's wrestling 101 when it's not WWE doing that. But yeah, to have him lose twice in a row. I don't know. Oh, technically 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, I don't know. That could happen. I'd be very surprised. But the writing is on the wall. It would not surprise me. I'll be fine with it if CM Punk.
You know what I would like to see? I don't know who that ginger lassie was that kissed MJF, but I'd like to see MJF and that ginger lassie, CM Punk and AJ Lee in a mixed tag match.
Oh, that's his girlfriend.
Is it? Oh, fuck. Well,
yeah. That's his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, get them in a mixed tag match.
Fair enough. I need to find out if she's an actual wrestler. That would be quite hilarious. But yeah, I'll be down for that. 100%. AJ Lee as well, back in AEW. Ooh. Yes, please.
2012 is coming back, boys. Think about a feud you could have with Bryan and Punk over that.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Bryan against Moxley is looking most likely to happen. I'm down for that as well. I don't think they really crossed that paths that much in WWE, so that'll be quite interesting. Who would I want with that? That could go either way, and they still could team up.
That could go either way. I feel like maybe it could end. The ending would be very respectful. Like, hey, we've just fought blood over. Like this, we've just spilt blood. Let's team. Like a respectable loss.
Yeah, I think whoever wins, there's still potential for them coming together and then build this big ass collective, which I'm very on board for. I would love to see that happen.
Then we got Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa's next to win the title. I just don't think it's right now. I know they're gonna have a great match. The lights out match was stupendous.
Oh yeah.
But
they're very much like the. I saw someone compare them to like Rock and Austin. I wouldn't say Rock and Austin. I would say maybe more Brett and Shawn sort of kind of rivalry. Like you could see like they've got that blood feud.
Yeah, it's definitely a blood feud, 110%. To say to whether she's ready to take the title now, I don't know. I just feel like they have there's still more gas in the Britt Baker's title reign. But there's only so many times that Thunder Rosa can go for the title because she's got the title quite a few times before Britt Baker. She's meant to be the next one online, so up next. So that's what I'm saying. Should you give it to her? But you don't want to hot potato it, and the Britt Baker gets it back again. So I don't know. Either way, I feel like. Sorry,
Britt could always go for the TBS title.
What, against Jade Cargill? No, it's two heels. It's not gonna win. Nah, maybe, but they won't go. They won't do it that way. But yeah, my prediction. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna say Britt Baker.
I'm gonna go Rosa. So
okay,
we'll see how that turns out. And then we've got
Hangman and a Page against Adam Cole.
Adam Cole. This is the hard one. This is the hard one for me.
Yeah.
I like Page. I want Page to have a good title run, and I feel like beating Cole will be another good mark on his run. On the other hand, the storyline potential right now with Cole and everything is like prime with Switchblade, Bullet Club, everything.
And then when Omega comes back, he's going to be like, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Also, what he could do right there, if he wins the title, if Cole wins the title of Revolution, he could beat down Hangman, and then who comes back but Kenny?
Yeah.
Or fuck it, maybe Okada or Ibushi. Watch it be that. Forbidden Door, boys. Forbidden Door.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless if Cole wins. Now I'm starting to get more. The thing is, only now I'm starting to really get more into Page's title reign. And I'm understanding it more that they're treating him as a special attraction. I think it's because with the previous champions, because they were on a workhorse rate, even Omega, where they were fighting almost every week, and even title on the line, whereas they're not doing that as much with Page. I understand that they're treating him more like a long-serving special attraction, and when he does fight, it's a match that matters and is memorable. Like all his three defenses have been memorable.
Yeah, look what Omega on like his injury list. He couldn't even lift his arms above his head. He had vertigo constantly.
Yeah,
and that was fucked.
Yeah, 100%. So in that case, since they're building him or working him that way, I'm more here for it now, and I kind of want to see him not lose it until MJF takes it from him.
I feel like if we look at the card, and if MJF wins the dog collar match, then I would definitely say 100% that Page is retaining, and then Double or Nothing, MJF will take it off Page.
Yeah, when you put it that way, I think MJF does have to win in order for him to have a viable excuse or viable reason to be challenging for the title. So,
or who knows? Maybe Cody's going to come back. Maybe we'll come back and he'll be like, "Oh fuck, here we go."
New contract, new title.
Contract. I can challenge for it.
Come at me, bro. But yeah, that could go either way. But I'm also here for either one of them. But I'm more leaning towards Page to retaining, so I want him to retain. What other matches is there?
The tag titles, triple threat.
Oh, but they haven't decided. So, but it's most likely going to be Red Dragon, Young Bucks versus
Jurassic Express.
Jurassic Express is most likely that, isn't it? The writing's on the wall right there. So, and if that happens, somehow Jurassic Express is still going to keep it. They're going to retain.
I think what you could do with that is, if it is Red Dragon and Young Bucks, you could have them bicker against each other and have a full-on fight in the ring, and then Jurassic Express take advantage of it.
Yeah, basically, this was going to happen. 110%. Yeah, 100%. The Jurassic Express title run has been okay. It's all right. I love their finisher though. I think you know the one where it's like a power bomb and then he flips it over to Jungle Boy and he power bombs him.
Beautiful. Mwah.
It's a beautiful tag finisher. I fucking love it. It's up there with the Gin and Juice one with the not the Street Profits. Private Party does.
Mm-hmm.
I love those tag finishers. I fucking love it. But yeah, definitely I say for them to retain. What else is there? Is that it so far?
That's it so far. Okay. I don't know what else they could have on it. Maybe a TBS match or a Casino Battle Royale or something.
I just don't want them to long it out like they did with Full Gear, where it's like match after match after match after match. You've kind of kept going on like 3 hours.
I feel like it will be better this year because we're not going to have like a random Cody triple threat match or some shit like that on it now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's still no TNT match. That might going to happen. Sammy Guevara versus Andrade.
I think it's going to be Sammy, Darby, and Andrade.
Oh yeah, the triple threat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
TBS match we don't have yet.
That might happen. Is she ready for a pay-per-view though? Like as a champion? I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see with that. But yeah,
we'll see.
Well, we'll see in there. But that's our thoughts on that. Let me know, you guys, in the comments as well. Once we finish this stream, your predictions of the for AEW's next pay-per-view, as well as what's your thoughts on the glorious Elimination Chamber premium live event that's been set in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And yeah, we've come to the end of the show. As always, thank you very much, Soul, for joining us on this glorious review.
Perfect. I ran out of beer, so
yeah, you're running on fumes. I can hear it in your voice, man. You're running on fumes.
We Scottish people don't consume at least 1 liter of alcohol a day. We go into a coma, so I'm gonna get to that point.
That was just mumbling. What the fuck?
Nah.
Oh man, don't worry. I'm gonna let you go on here. But yeah, as before, like I said before, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Goes a long way. And as always, I have been your host, Chaos. He has been Soul. Until next time, guys, this has been Taken to the Table. Peace.
I need booze.
You need sleep.